Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to Master DSA channel. Now, in today's video, we will be continuing our recursion topic, right? So, in the last video, we have discussed what are the basics of recursion and how we can solve questions on it. We have actually solved all the question on assumptions only, but in this video, we will be just solving the questions and not only on assumptions. We will first solve the question using assumptions that we have did in the first video. After that, I will show you that how actually recursion is working. Guys, recursion is not a magic, right? Internally it is using our logic only. So we will be seeing that how recursion is actually working. So for that, I will be showing you by doing very pen paper dry run, right? So let's start with the recursion 2. Now in this recursion 2, I will try to solve few medium level problem or easy level combination of easy and medium level problem, so that we can get deep into the concept of recursion. Okay, so let's start our video. Okay, so first of all, we will be solving a very important problem that remove all the occurrence of a character in a string using recursion. The difficulty level of this problem is medium, and we will be solving this question using recursion only. So let me show you few test cases, like what we are going to do. Okay, yeah, fine now. Okay, so what I am going to show you that what is the question, and I will show you through some input or output cases, like sample input cases. So we are given with a string. We are given with a string. Let's say a string is gigs for gigs, right? Gig for gigs. Now we are also given with a character. Now character can be anything. Let's say in this case the character is e. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to actually remove all the occurrence of this character from this string. Okay, the question is going to be very easy if you are going to solve it using iterative method, that is using for loop. Using for loop, if you will try to solve this question using for loop, how you are going to solve this question? You are just going to use a for loop. Look, I am assuming that you already know about iterative and everything, all the approaches, then only you have come to this video. But if not, no issue. We will solve this question with recursion only. So this loop will continue till the string dot length, less than string dot length actually. And we will keep one output string. Let's say we have a output string as well, which is empty in starting. And we will say that if that character, that string dot character, string dot char I is not equal to that particular character that is given by the user. If it is not equal to e, then we are okay with it and we will add in our output. So you can do it very easily using iterative approach, right? But we are going to solve this question using recursion. So how we are going to solve it, right? So again guys, again we are going to solve this question using the same assumption that we tried to solve in our previous video. If you have not watched our previous video, please go and watch that video first, because I have told there that actually how we should approach to solve the questions, right? So let's see. Now in this video as well, we are going to remove all the e's, right? So how we can do this? We are going to start with this character. Since we are on the zeroth character, as I said, you can start with the zeroth or the last character of the string, you know. So since we are just starting with the zeroth character, right? So what we are trying to do, okay, so first what will be our base case? Okay, pause the video and think around the base cases. What should be the base case? And then resume the video again and see the base case. I hope you have already think around it, right? So let's see what should be the base case now. Okay, guys, the question is something like very similar to the question we did in one of our previous video. In this, what we are trying to do, first we will check what should be our base case. Like I told in the previous video, that the base case should be the minimum possible value of the string. Now string length is something like, we don't know what is the string length, it can be anything. But what should be the minimum length of the string? We know that only one possibility is there. What if string dot length is 0? Right, I told you how to write very simple base cases. In that case, suppose I am giving you a string, I am giving you a string which is nothing, which is already empty, and I am asking you ki, bro, please remove character a from this given string. But since the character is not like, it is not nothing there in the string, so you will not remove anything, and what you are going to return me, you are simply going to return me the same string that I passed, right? So it means you are going to pass me the empty string, right? If length is 0, then okay. So that would be our base case. So we have talked about base case, right? Now let's see what should be the approach now to solve the problem. Okay, so what we need to do, since we are going to start with the zeroth index, so what we are going to do now, ki we are still standing on the zeroth index, and again we are going to call recursion. Okay, we are going to call recursion. But as I said, ki before calling recursion, we are standing on the zeroth character. First, we need to check that character as well, right? If that character is a character that we need to remove or not, right? For that, you are going to simply check that if the string dot that caret I, is it equal to, is it equal to the character that we want to remove? If it is, then what, like if it is equal to the character that we want to remove, that is a, that is e here, right? What should be the answer? The answer should be something that will be returned by recursion only. I will explain you why. So since, okay, we are on the zeroth index, right? We will talk about the zeroth index later. Now what we are going to do now, we are going to pass the remaining string to whom? To our friend, that is recursion. Now actually we are for now again we are again assuming that recursion is going to remove all the e from the remaining string that we have passed to recursion, right? How it is going to do this, with no need to worry. Okay, we will see that how it is actually working behind. But for now we are just assuming that it is going to remove all the e's from the remaining string that we have passed. But we need to just take care of the character on which we are standing, that is g. Okay, we don't need to see the e character and everything, right? Like that. Okay. Okay, so recursion will return me what? If we are passing recursion will return us what? I am erasing the base case part, okay, because I hope you have already seen how it is working. So recursion is going to return us what? Recursion is going to return us the string without e's. So recursion will return us forgks, right? This would be the string recursion will return me after removing all the e from the remaining string. Okay, after getting this string, what we should know, do now? Now we have, guys, we have two cases. Since we are on the zeroth index of this string, so we have two cases now. Now on the character on which, like character on which we are standing, should we add in our answer or should we not add, right? There can be two cases, right? First case is if the character on which we are standing is equal to the character that we want to remove, and what would be our answer? The answer which will be returned by recursion. So we are going to return the answer returned by the recursion, and that let's say function name is something, function name is there, and we need to pass the remaining string. We will see that how we are passing the remaining string. Let's say we are passing the remaining part of the string, that's it. Okay, remaining part, just I'm writing remaining part. I will see, we will see actually see what we need to write here. Okay, after that in the else part, what should be our answer? If it is on the character on which we are standing, if it is not equal to e, that it means we don't need to remove this. So whatever the answer given by our recursion, after that we need to our character, like that, right? So in this example, since g we don't no need to remove g, so it will come inside this else part and it will wait for the recursion answer. Whatever the answer returned by our recursion, we will store in some string, right? Let's say some string, we will store it and after that we need to add our g as well in the final answer. It means return g plus this string, character g plus this string. That's it, we did right. This will be the whole approach. I will show you how it is working. Once I will show you the code now, it will be very easy for you to understand what I am trying to say. Let's open the id and let's try to solve this question. So let's see, I'm just changing the background so that it is clearly visible for you. Okay, so we are given with a function. What I need to do, I need to remove everything. Let's say we have a string. Okay, so I'm taking one input as well. So I am taking input with the help of a scanner. So I'm just taking one input. Let's say we don't know what would be our input. Let's say str, or let's say input. Okay, input is equal to sc dot next. Okay, after that we need to take one more character. That would be what? That would be actually our character that we need to remove. So it would be actually character, but we need to write string remove character, remove char is equal to sc dot next. After that we can store it in ch variable. So remove char dot char at 0, right? I hope you already know how to do these things. After that what we need to do, we need to actually remove everything. So we are just going to call we call a function, and that function that we will be creating, so it will return us what the string. So we will wait for the answer, and we have called the string remove character, right? Remove character, in which we need to pass what? We need to pass our input given by our user, and we need to pass what? We need to pass the character that we want to remove from our input string, right? So we have done this part, and we need to print as well. So let's say print answer. Okay, done. After that what we need to do, we need to create a function. Let's create a function here. The function name is what? Function name is remove character, string, let's say str, and one is what? Remove character, right? To remove character, let's say the character that we want to remove is uh, rem. Okay, rem. That's it. Okay, so what do we need to do? What we have discussed, what we need to write the base case. Okay, base case. So what should be our base case? Actually I have already told you that base case should be what? Base case should be if input dot, that is the string dot length, is equal to 0. In that case what we need to do, we need to return, we need to remove return the empty string. That's it, right? This would be our base case. Now if I have a like we are standing on the zeroth character, and don't guys, don't even think that how recursion is actually working for now. Okay, we will see how recursion is working, but for now, for solving question, don't think that how recursion is working. Let's assume that if we have a let's say we have a COODOOING, let's say we have this string, and we need to remove all the o's from this string. Then how we are going to do this? Let's say this is rem, right? Okay, so we want to remove all the o from this coding, right? So let's see how it is working. So we are standing on which index? We are standing on the zeroth index. So guys, don't take care about this remaining string. We are just on the zeroth index. Take care about that only. So what can be the cases? You just need to handle all the cases for which for on like for the character on which you are like standing, right? So what we need to do, we need to check that on the character that we are standing, is it the character that we want to remove, that we need to remove actually. So we are standing on what? We are standing on zeroth, right? We are standing on the zeroth character. So you need to check that, is it equal to rem? If it is, then the answer will be what? Returned by our recursion. So guys, we need to pass the remaining string. We need to pass the remaining string. Now since we need to pass the remaining string, how you are going to do this? Can simply do this using substring method. Now what is this substring method? Let me discuss with you what is substring method if you don't know. Look, mm, talking about the substring method, in a string we have a substring method. Suppose you have a string is equal to coding, and if you want to if you're using that str dot substring, then what will happen, we need to pass two things to this substring. We need to pass the starting index and the ending index. Now this starting index is actually inclusive, and this ending index is actually exclusive. Yeah, now what does this mean? Inclusive and exclusive, I will show you with the help of one example. Let's say if I am saying that the starting index is going to be 1 and ending index is going to be 4. So what will be our answer? We will start from the first index, and it will print what? It will print O. Let me write the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it will print O and D, I. That's it. It will print only three characters. Now are you thinking why? Since the start index is the inclusive one, so if we are writing the start index, then it is going to print this start index. It is going to take this start index, right? But when we are saying that n index is 4, in that case the n index is actually exclusive. It means we don't no need to include that character, right? That the character which are lying on that index. So we are not going to include the character which are on the fourth index, that is n. We will stop till n minus 1. So it will print odi. Similarly, I am taking one more example. If I am giving one str dot substring 2, that's it. I'm not passing the ending index here. So it will automatically take the starting index as 2 and the ending index as string dot length. Okay, so what is the string dot length? String dot length is actually 5. So it is going to take 5 as our string dot length. So it will go till where? It will go till sorry, the string length is what? 6, right? So it will automatically take 6 as the starting index. So it will go till here, and it will print what? It will print starting from the d, that is on the from the second index. It is going to print d, I, n, and g. It means if we are not giving the ending index, then from the point where we have just mentioned as the starting index, from that index it is going to print the whole string, right? I hope it is clear. This is only first type, this is the second type of substring, right? So what we are going to do now, we let's come to our question. So we want to exclude this last index, first zeroth index, and we want to pass the remaining string. It means even if you are writing like this, even if you are calling the uh, what you are calling the recursion, and in the recursion part you are just passing that str dot substring 1. If you are passing 1, what is happening, guys? Actually, you are passing from this starting index as 0, starting index as O, sorry, not 0, starting index as O. So this would be your starting index, and you are passing the whole string, because automatically it will take string dot length as the ending index. So it will pass the whole string. So that's it. After that, what will happen? It if this is equal to we are standing on the zeroth character, and that is equal to the character that we want to remove, then only this will happen. Otherwise, what will happen, guys? What will happen? What will happen actually? We need to let's say for this example, let's say we have just passed the whole the coding string part, right? So if we are just checking that is it equal to the O? No, it is not equal to O, right? So it will no it will not go inside this if condition, it will come inside this condition. So what should be the answer now? The answer should be like we have passed this part to the recursion. So recursion will return me what? Recursion will return me ding, right? It will return me ding after removing all the O. We don't care how it is removing. After that, we need to include our zeroth character as well, because this is not equal to rem, that the character that we want to remove, right? It means whatever the answer recursion will return me, I will add my zeroth character as well, right? Str dot caret 0. We need to add the zeroth character, and we need to add with whom we need to add with the answer given by our recursion. It could be anything, like it could be the one empty string as well, but we don't have to take care. We just need to remove our we need to add our zeroth character, right? So that's it, we have done with our work, right? So I think yes, it is already given. So we are, I think we have completed this work. So let me see everything is good or not. I think it is good. Let me run it once. Let me copy it and let me run it once. Yeah, it is giving me one error, scanner error. Okay, okay. I have not imported the library function, I think. Okay, I imported Java input and output. What is happening? Let's see. Import Java dot util dot. I think the same thing. Okay, let me remove it. Only of this. We are using string as well, no? Substring as well. That's why. Okay, let's run it once again. Okay. Oh. Okay. I have passed the string, but I have not passed the character. We need to give our recursion character as well, na? The character that we want to remove. So input goes here. So let me write the input as well. I have not written the input. Let's say key input is COOODING, and we want to remove O. We want to remove O, right? Okay, so you can see it is giving me the right answer, that is CDING, right? It is giving me right answer, that is CDING. That's it. So this is how our code is going to work, and let's see how it is working internally. Now let's dry run this code. Okay, I was talking about dry run everything. Let's dry run this part, right? How it is working and everything. So let me copy this part only, the logic part only, and I want to I need to add in our new page, and let's see what is happening. Let's see what is happening. Okay, let's say I have a input, let's say master. uh, okay, master, this will be our string, right? Now we want to remove what? We want to remove the character A. Okay, we want to remove character A. What is happening when we pass the string and when we pass the character, right? That we want to remove. But first it checked for the base case. So if our string dot length is equal to 0, no string dot length not equal to 0, because the string length is 7 here. So it will come on this. It will check that if character we are starting on the zeroth character, right? So zeroth character, is it equal to A? No, it is also not equal to. So it is calling recursion. So let me write everything. We are on the when we are on the master, let's string is master, and we are on the m character. At that point, what happened? We are waiting. We will not go inside this. Sorry. We will not go inside this part, because this is not equal to rem, right? So it will go for this. It will wait. It will say that I am going to add my character with the answer returned by the recursion, right? We want to add our character, and we need to add it with our whatever the answer given by our recursion. That's it, right? So we are waiting. We are waiting with the m character, and we will add with the output. We are waiting here, right? It recursion has been called, and we are waiting here, right? So what will happen? Again recursion will be called, and since we are passing what? We are passing the remaining characters, right? Remaining string. So we will pass a str as our, it is master, right? Okay, so it will pass this part. Now what will happen? Again it will check that if the string dot length is equal to 0, no string length is 6 here, so it will not go inside this part. It will check for this. If string dot char at 0, 0 it means now this is your zeroth index, right? for this string, this is your zeroth index character, right? So it will check with the character that we want to remove. Yes, it is equal to it. So whatever so we are not going to add this part to our answer, right, to our final answer. So what we will do, we will go inside this if part, and this time we are waiting. This is actually else part, right? This is else part. Now in this we are going in if part, and we are waiting for the recursion answer, and whatever the answer given by the recursion, we will return it. So we are waiting here, right, that the answer recursion will return, we will directly return it, we no need to add anything. Similarly, we are going to add, we are going to pass now, what we are going to pass now, we are going to pass the astr, right, astr with size 5. So again it will check for the base case, again it will go inside this if condition, and again it will say whatever the answer returned by recursion, we will I will return it simply, right? Now let's come to this part now. Now we have passed what, we have passed str as our input, right? Now four characters remaining. Again it will check if base case, since base case is not valid, it will not go inside if statement as well, because this time s is the zeroth character, which is not equal to a. It will go to the this part, and it will say we are going to add this character in our final answer. So we will go inside this else part, and we will wait for our, we are going to add whatever the answer given by recursion, we will add this s, but we are waiting for our next call, right? So it is going to pass ter with size 3. So again it will go inside this else part, it will say ki bhai, whatever value will be returned by recursion, I will add t into it and will return. Now it will pass enr, again anr, sorry, anr, not master, anr, it is a, right, anr, tar, right, tar is there. So ar we will pass, again it will say if it will go this side, this time it will go in if statement, it will say whatever the answer recursion will return me, I will return it, right, directly return it. So it will wait. Now it will go for the r part, it will again say I'm going to add r with the final answer. Now this time this will pass what, this time the size is 1 actually, and it will call for the empty string, that when the string dot length is equal to 0. Guys, you can see, right, you can see now our base case is meeting. Don't think that this base case will not never execute. Now this time our base case will meet, and it will say, yeah, since the length is 0, so we are directly going to return the empty string, that is nothing. So we are going to return empty string. It will what this call had said, this call had said that whatever the answer returned by our recursion, I will add r into it and I will return. So it will add r and it will return, it will return what, it will return r, right? Now in this if, it was waiting, right, and it was it what this call has said, this call has said that whatever the answer returned by recursion, I will directly return it without adding any character. So it will directly return r. Now in this else part, whatever what this call has said, right, this call has said that whatever the answer recursion will return me, I will add t into it, right? So recursion has returned r, so it will add r and t, and it will return tr to this. So it will return str, it will directly return, because this is if condition, it will again return str, and it will return what, it will what this function has said. Actually this is our function, right, where we were standing in the zeroth character, and recursion has done its work, and recursion has returned us str. We are just going to add concatenate this m with the str, and we are going to return final answer, that is m str. So this will be our final answer, that's it. Guys, we got our final answer. And actually we I was talking about this part only in the previous video as well, I was talking about this part, but how the recursion is actually doing its work, now I have shown you, right? So we are standing on the zeroth character, and we are waiting for the, we are just passed this part to this the recursion, and we are just waiting for the answer. So recursion has returned me str. I just showed you that how it is working. After that I will concatenate our m with the recursion answer, and we will return our final answer, that's it. I hope this is clear now. I hope it is clear now, right? Okay, so this is actually one example, very important example it was. And similarly, this question has not different varieties. Like in few of the platform, you will see that remove X. It means character is X, and the string will be given. So the same thing you need to do, right? But in this part where we are just checking for the rem, you need to check for the X only, right? The task is going to be more simple. So different variation of same question can be there. Let's solve this question, that is remove duplicates recursively. Remove duplicates recursively. Okay. So let's talk about this problem. In this problem, we need to remove all the duplicates element, right? So we are given with a string. Let's say some string is there, A, B, C, B, A. We need to remove all the duplicates string, right? Okay. So, okay. Duplicates, I mean to say that consecutive duplicates, not like we need to remove all the A's and there will be only one A. No, like not like that. We want to remove all the consecutive duplicates, right? So similarly, if our input is A, B, C, C, B, A, we need to remove this, since this consecutive A is there. So we need to write it A. B is okay. Two consecutive C we don't want. It is fine, right? So our final output will be this. This is how you can do, right? Let's first talk about the approach. What would be our approach this time? Look, every time in like in all the question we have seen that we need to take care of only the zeroth character, but this time now we need to compare it with the all character, right? All character, we need to compare it with all character, like all, that is 0 and 1 character. We need to take care of the 0 and 1 character, and we need to compare it. If it is equal to like if both are equal, then remove one character from it, and after that you need to just pass all the remaining part, like we did in all the previous question. We need to pass the remaining part to the our recursion, and we need to ask recursion, hey recursion, please remove all the duplicates from this, right? All the duplicates from this. So recursion is going to do our task for us. Recursion is going to do our task for the us, and what we need to do, we need to actually wait for the recursion answer. So the same thing we need to do. What I'm directly writing the code. I hope you already have the idea. This time, what would be the base case? Again, base case would be what? If h dot length, it can be one. What if I am giving you a simple string A and I am saying you remove the duplicates? It is nonsense, right? If I am giving you one character and I am asking you to remove the consecutive duplicates, no need, right? So if this time you need to say that if h dot length, in the last few questions we have done, if h dot length is equal to 0, but this time we need to do h dot length less than equal to 1. It can be 1 as well. In that case as well, we need to return what? We need to return s. That's it. Very simple, right? What we need to do, we need to check the first two character, right? So I'm doing again the same thing, h dot caret 0th character, and if it is equal to s dot, look, again there could be two cases. If both character, that is 0 and 1 character, are equal, and there can be another case in which both are not equal. So what we need to do, caret 1, if it is equal to like it is equal to, if zeroth and first character are equal, then we need to rely on recursion, and we need to say that whatever the recursion will return me, that will be my final answer. Okay, I will show you how it is working and how it is taking care of various cases. I know there could be many questions in your mind that how it is working. If I will give this part, this string, that how will it work? I will show you everything, don't worry. Okay, so another case that we need to handle, this is else part. In this else part, what we need to do, if they are not equal, then we no need to do anything. Again, we are going to do the same thing, that return. This time our character is going to, we are going to include this character, that is zeroth character, and pass the remaining part to recursion. Zero. That's it. I think I have completed my work. Let's see by executing the test cases. Okay, it is giving me oh, I've just passed zero set. It should be one, right? Yeah, so it is passing all the test cases, right? So let's see how it is working. Let me take one example here. Let me take one example here. Let's say x x x y y y z w w z z z, right? This could be one of the possible cases. And you might think that what if three are equal? That what will happen? Look, what we are trying to do now. If base case, I hope you have already understood that how it is working. What we need to check now. What if this both character are equal? If zero character is equal to one, that what will happen? We need to check this. If they are equal now, we are not passing the remaining part, we are actually passing this part as well. If both are even equal, then also we are passing this part. And we are asking to recursion to remove all the duplicates. So it will give me, by removing duplicates, it will return me what? It will return me x y z w z. And we are on the zeroth index, right? We are on the zeroth index. Now we need to think that should we return, should we add this x as well? No need to return x, right? Just since we are already excluded this part, and we need to return the final answer given by recursion. So if both are equal, we need to return the answer given by recursion. Suppose if both are not equal, let's say both are not equal and only x is there, what will happen? You will include this x in the final answer, and you will you will pass the remaining string, sorry, and you need to include x into the remaining into the answer given by recursion, and you can return the final answer now. So this can be very easy, you can do it very easily. This time what is your task? You need to dry run for this. It is going to be very easy for you, right? It is not going to be very hard. You just need to dry run, but I hope the assumption part is clear, that how we are trying to solve this question. In the next video, I will be talking about very complex problem of recursion. I will take one or two complex problem of recursion, and I will also add one of the very famous problem, that is Tower of Hanoi. But I will make a very separate video for that. I if I want that, I would have included the Tower of Hanoi in this video only. But this is actually, I want to tell you one of the interesting story behind that Tower of Hanoi question. The tower, if you are hearing this first time, what is this Tower of Hanoi? The question is important, as well as the question is based on real life, according to the many of the stories, right? I will share the story with you as well. So if I would have added the question here, so I would have taken the video, will be very long, so I have not added that question here as well. So I will be making a separate video on that question. I hope please watch that video, and see that what is there is very interesting story behind that question, right? And the question, actually the question code is very simple. You can solve that question in 3 lines only. But as the story is interesting, the understanding part is also very important. That problem is actually very complex to understand, right? So you will see lots of video in YouTube for that question. But I will be giving you very simple way, again assumption way, to solve that question, so it will be very easy for you. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.